Wanderers, welcome to episode 141. The title sponsor for this wonderful episode of your favorite podcast is brought to you by our friends at Southern Indiana Hardwoods. Listen, we at the Wondering Dutchmen podcast enjoy dealing with folks that are just good people. Nick Merkley is in that category of good people. Nick and Southern Indiana Hardwood is your official provider of Green Mountain grills, pellets for those wonderful grills, and also they do wood pellets for heating. Nick has been an excellent supporter of your favorite podcast. If you are looking for a pellet grill, look no further than Southern Indiana Hardwood. The Green Mountain grill comes in all different shapes and sizes depending on your needs. The variety of pellets to put in that wonderful smoker are unreal too. Give Nick a call today at 812-639-3974 or head over to their shop in St. Anthony and give them a visit. Thank you, Nick Merkley and Southern Indiana Hardwoods.
The Wondering Dutchmen podcast,
where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wandering Dutchman podcast coming to you from Smokers Lounge.
The Wandering Dutchman. Yeah, yeah. The Wandering Dutchman. Yeah.
here we go.
Back at her again, boys.
Here we are.
Yeah, episode 141.
Get her. Here we go. Little flat tonight. Little flat. Tired.
Yeah,
hot.
Long day.
But you know what? We're not going to let that stop us from giving you the best show that we can give you. Because unlike Arlo, at least we show up.
That's right.
Shots fired.
We're going to see if he listens to the show. Somebody will sell us out on Facebook with that.
Guarantee it.
Probably.
Yeah. No, Arlo, we're just kidding, buddy. We had Arlo is still alive. I mean, I don't know if we've got a newspaper with proof of life, but Arlo is alive and kicking. We had a great meeting up at the Gaslight earlier this week where we talked about some of the business side of things that we don't get to. So really excited. We kind of had a little preview of this purview. Within your purview, David Allen Smoker. A little preview of what we may do this fall. Probably going to do an episode at one of the more historic places on 4th Street in Huntingburg. Not going to let the cat out of the bag, but we'll just let you guess where that may be. But yeah, we're looking forward, looking excited, I can't speak.
You're doing great.
Can't speak tonight.
You're doing great.
Can't speak tonight. Yeah. So yeah, we're looking forward to just doing this. We're going to show up, turn the mics on,
let her eat.
and let her eat.
That's
so,
right.
Episode 141. We're recording today is August 3rd.
Trace.
August Trace.
Yep.
Tres de Días de Agosto.
Augusto.
The
Yeah.
third day of August.
Good work.
Nice work, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. Enrolled in the dual immersion program here at Southwest Two Boys County School Corporation. But yeah, we're here. So it's August 3rd. It's a little warm. We're in the dog days of summer.
Oh, God.
But this will be dropping on August 11th. Right? Is my math work out?
Yep,
I think so.
Yeah, that's where we're at. So, Big Mace, what you got?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I'm tired. But we're going to buckle up, get after it, and hopefully crank out a good one here.
Hey.
My week has been very quiet around the house.
Why is that?
Well, because my kids are gone.
Ooh.
My kids ventured out to Arkansas to visit old Uncle Cody this week with Mama and Papaw. So the warden and I have been holding the fort down, getting some stuff done and working and, kind of enjoying the peace and quiet, watching some movies and stuff like that. But I'm ready for him to get back because we got a ball busting weekend, man. Wiffle ball, Strassenfest, all kinds of stuff coming up this weekend. So other than that, man, it's just been another week.
Smoke Daddy?
Yeah, another week. Soccer's going on for kindergartner. We had kindergarten roundup. We got football for the 6th grader, and I guess Will's playing football too. I don't know when that starts.
It's flag football, yeah. It starts a couple weeks here.
Perfect. For anybody wondering, the Aldi's $5 frozen sushi was pretty good today.
Nice.
So it's
You're
good.
still here.
Yeah, still here, and good health even. Had sesame seeds rolled into it on the outside. I wasn't a
so
big
that's
fan of
healthy.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
You didn't like
you
them?
weren't a fan.
Yeah, well, I think at first I thought it was I didn't see him.
Some sort of larva?
Well, no, I didn't see him, but there was a weird taste. And I'm like, yeah, that's malaria.
Hilarious.
I come to find out it was just.
This is how it's going to end right here.
It's just those.
The board is the board recording too?
Oh God, I hope.
Did you hit it?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
good.
thought I did.
Good.
Sorry, I just had a moment of I forgot to do something.
Well, hopefully it turned off the stove.
Yeah.
But Janelle's at home, and it's
That's
okay.
fine. We're good there.
Yeah,
But yeah, other than that, I'm good. I'm good. Not quite as good as I was for episode 140. But maybe I'll catch up. Who knows?
We'll make it through.
buddy. That was I mean, really, I think that's a great maybe T-shirt idea because old Blue Eyes over there got pretty lazy on. The old Blue Eyes got lazy,
That
but
right, it always does.
that happens. Good to share that. If only people could have a little
Inside baseball.
view of what goes on in our group chat. So, for me this week, all the same stuff as smoke. Kindergarten roundup, which is crazy. I mean, you guys have all been through it, but our eldest is going. She was super stoked.
Heck
We're
yeah.
excited for it, so it should be fun. It'll be good. Other than that, soccer. Zoe, she loves soccer, and I think it's just because you just get to run around and kick and play and do that stuff. But hey, I tell you what, I would never want to play for old Coach Mason over there because I saw some girls running some sprints because they weren't listening.
Yeah, when you get up into the U8, it's time to buckle up.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's when it comes?
It's time to buckle up.
Okay, because we had snacks in the middle of our practice this week, which is great.
We don't do snacks.
I could tell. You're making them run.
We do water breaks, but we don't do snacks.
Okay. Only one water break, though,
Yeah,
and that's 2 minutes.
it's fine.
But no, we it's been good. Played a little golf yesterday. The Epsom Tour is in town up at the resort, but I got a chance to play with some Louisville media folks. So it was a blast. It was good. Enjoyed it. Donald Ross is a beautiful course. If you ever get a chance to play it, it's wonderful.
yeah.
But golf game, I'm not gonna lie, went through some pretty dark moments here these past couple weeks, and
Glow golf.
no, like
Oh.
bad, not playing
Oh.
well. Like I started consuming. My TikTok was full of golf help. And
Isn't that wild how
YouTube.
those algorithms work?
Yeah, and so it's been all right. We played better. We played better on Tuesday, and so
Good.
hopefully finish the summer with a good stretch. But it's excited to be here. I not working these past couple weeks. Kind of been
What's the deal?
playing hooky. I was out Monday, Tuesday. Played
Yeah.
golf yesterday.
Yeah.
Gonna go to work today. Tomorrow, gonna be up on the hill watching the ladies play up on the die course. And then next week, Monday and Tuesday, maybe spending some time with friend of the program, Dustin,
Oh, okay.
for some of that other stuff coming up down in Evansville, and then return to work.
That's when I knew there was something else in October.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, it's gonna be a blast. But getting some work in. I mean, still employed, so that's good.
Well, that's good.
So that's good. So
Still employed.
yeah. Hey, hour one. Let's get to it.
Hey, guess who's back?
Who's back?
again.
Back again.
Who's back?
Kriego's back.
Whoa!
The one and only neighbor down the road here, Matthew Krieg of Krieg Insurance, is back. Matt is our specialist when it comes to Medicare, life, health insurance. Matt is committed to helping you find the best health or life insurance plan for you or your family, your business, and your budget. Give Matt a call today and see what he could do for you. Conveniently located right on the main drag at Huntingburg, Indiana. Go see Matt and give him a call at 812-684-9791.
Hey, good to have our buddy Matt Krieg back.
That is right.
I don't think he's gotten any bigger shirts though.
No.
He gave me a bigger shirt.
Yeah, he did. He gave. Well, yeah. Who did he give that to?
I know I got one. I mean, it's better than an extra large.
Yeah.
Way, Mike's over here.
I don't know why you got so far away from your bike. You just kept drifting and talking.
I think last week
You were all
Dave,
over the
last
place.
week you were leaning hard to the right. That's where your eyes
You
were.
were all over the place last year.
That's where they were.
Well, you know,
So my
podcast
first,
responsibly.
That's right. My first topic tonight is about something that I was wondering today.
A little wonder.
I was wondering today if do younger kids, like I guess the generation behind us, do they still possess old-timey skills like what we would have or the generation above us would have, such as like tree ID
Oh, I'm not good at that.
or canning tomatoes or canning stuff or making your own soaps and waxes and like kind of like homesteader shit, which makes no effing sense at all because I don't make my own soap.
I was going to say, when was the last time you made your own soap, big fella?
Yeah, I've never done it. But so today we were working in conjunction with the utilities department with the lineman boys up there with the old bucket trucks, doing some
Junction.
doing some right of way clearing for the power lines, and at the same time opening up like the tree tunnels that we have around in Huntingburg, like just clearing the roads and stuff. You know, making sure. Do you know what the minimum height for a tree limb is supposed to be in Huntingburg?
From what? The road?
From the road.
Probably.
Or no, from the back of the curb,
From the back of the curb,
straight up.
16 foot.
No,
It's probably got to be higher than that.
no,
Really? I figured it'd be at least a little taller than a semi truck.
no,
6 feet?
no, no. God no.
Well, why?
You know what's the minimum? What's the minimum height, or what is the maximum height from the road to your trailer?
13.9.
13.6.
Okay.
Yeah. So we usually trim 15 feet.
What'd I say?
You said 16 feet.
Oh.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, he did.
I meant 13 feet.
Well,
You're dead wrong. You're wrong. You're terribly wrong. So yeah. So we were clearing all that stuff out, and it was like we were trimming predominantly oak trees, but there's like 55 different variants.
oh, you got your pin oak and
Bur oaks and your chestnut
Yeah.
oaks and your piss oaks and all them other stuff like that, you know?
The old burley oak.
So that's what my question was about, was like, you know, this one guy that we work with all the time, Mr. Derek Roth, another friend of the show, him and Robert Meyering and Elliot Meyer, they are big tree guys. They do a lot of tree cutting there, linemen do.
Yeah.
Because, you know, what happens when trees grow on power lines.
Oh, I imagine
And
probably.
yeah, and the wind blows and it's not good. So they got to take care of them. Well, Derek is also I would say like a hobby arborist, big chainsaw guy, and you know, he cut a tree down at my house for me, him and a couple other guys. You know, and stuff, and like wedges and like felling, like tree felling and stuff like that. You know, that's another old timey skill. There's a lot that goes into that, and I just wondered if people possess that still, or do they have the desire to do that kind of stuff?
Nah, not a chance.
I don't know that it's the desire. I think it's just they don't have time.
I don't think they have. I don't think it's a necessity anymore. So it's just going away, and that will make it soon a necessity again. But I think it's just going.
Yeah,
away.
when the economy bottoms out. And
What do they
everything
say
goes down
about
in
like
basket.
hard times make
hard
tough
people,
men, and then tough men make
good
times, and good times make
make
soft people. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're in the soft people side of it.
Yeah, for the two guys that own bidets, yeah.
The millennials. Hey, by the way,
No,
I'm not even
we're not gonna go into
apologetic
it.
about
No,
my
we're
I
not
had
gonna
to
go
do
into
some
it
plumbing
anymore.
today. I had to fix it. There was a small water leak on the hot water side of my bidet feed. I had to fix that today. Go up see Mr. Dano up there at Steinkamp's Home Center and get me
Yeah.
new.
You know, it took me 15 years to get to where I was comfortable using the John at work away from home.
right,
And I finally got to where I'm like, okay,
but now you're holding it to
and
get
that
home.
well, no, but I don't enjoy it. I'm like, gosh, I feel like such a freaking heathen.
dirty.
Oh, my
I feel
gosh.
dirty.
So
I
I
got to
think-
get another one.
Like I think to your point, like with these skills of what you have, I think it's a lot of people think about where people live now and like what they do.
Yeah.
Like we live rural. But I mean, not like at your place.
Our bullfrog in here?
We've fired up the chainsaws.
Yeah,
We've done some work like that. I just think people that live in town, it's the urbanization.
Which, by the way,
of America.
if you come down to my house to cut a tree up in shorts again, I'm going to tell somebody that you're trespassing.
Well,
Hey, I cut trees in shorts and flip flops
Highly dangerous.
with that old farm boss 290C out there.
Highly dangerous.
well, I get it's highly dangerous, but as one that has cut his leg with a chainsaw, like I've been down that road, I have no fear of it.
Well, there's your problem.
Wow.
No, I do fear it. Like
Yikes.
very.
Maybe you shouldn't get a motorcycle.
Don't kill that dream. No, I think that there's.
It is hot in here, boys.
I am not.
breaking down the third wall or whatever we call it. Criminally.
I think
I'm
Dave's
okay.
going through menopause. I am perfectly comfortable.
I don't
am
think
sweating bullets.
he
over
doesn't
here.
have enough.
Well,
of that,
actually, just one bullet because you've got one wet spot on your
Oh,
headband.
and I'm pitting it.
yeah, you're pitting it bad.
That's all right.
I think maybe it's because Dave doesn't have his vodka lemonade to keep cool.
Oh,
That's
that
what it
could
is.
be it. Yeah.
But those skills, I think there's people that are getting them because I think there's people that are interested in doing that. I adopt my father's perspective on some of those things, not the soap making, but some of those like outdoor home improvement projects. You can pay somebody a ton
Now,
of money
if you
to
want
do
to
it.
come down to the house and we could whip us up a batch of soap,
I there's nothing wrong with making soap.
we'll
I've
get
never made
hog
it.
lard because you get.
I'll bring it home from butchering.
Yeah, we'll get hog. We'll put lard in it, and
Do we use lye in it?
yeah, you
Lime,
can.
some lard, and I think you throw like some natural smelly goods in there. Like pine sap.
Oh,
sap.
oh, turpentine.
Old turpentine.
Yeah, but other than that, man, like my mom cutting corn off the cob. Putting corn up. My mom still
Blanching it and whatnot.
Yeah, we do that. Canning tomatoes. I mean, we had where you would boil the tomatoes down, and then you'd put them in this thing, and we'd have to hand sift it like a masher. Making your tomato juice, and then I'll never forget. Anytime Mom made chili soup or.
Can you talk into the mic?
I am.
Well, it's kind of crooked going that way, and you're looking at him. I don't want to be critical.
We're going to fight tonight
We are.
at the pause.
Okay.
Please not. I'm gonna.
three of us?
I'm gonna eat a glizzy, and then we got some great snacks from our buddy Quarter Brian back there.
But we would go to the cellar and get a thing of tomato juice. Anytime we'd make chili soup or any of that, I think that's something.
Does your mom or anybody do canned meat?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh man, my grandma does that. My cousin, she picked up on this last year butchering.
Yeah.
Canned meat.
Oh
Yeah, dude.
man, it's like meat candy.
Yeah, man.
Like it's cooked, so you can eat it right out of the. It's real good for like beef and noodles
Yeah.
or stews or anything else,
So,
or
like,
just
deer-
right out of the jar.
Mom would always do. Dad kill a deer or beef, the big roast that didn't have it like the cuts that were really lean, like a big like a beef roast or something.
Yeah.
You cube it up and brown it, and then you put it in a. But then the canning process, you have to have a pressure canner.
Pressure, yeah.
Yeah, like what I'm
It
talking
cooks
about.
in the can though.
Yeah, it cook like when you're canning it, you have to have a pressure canner. What the hell's them things called?
Pressure.
It's no
pressure
it's-
cooker.
They got a different name for it.
Presto pressure cooker.
Well, yes, maybe, but anyway, it was like I can't remember what the hell the thing's called, but it's like a big, not a stocked pot, but it's like a big pot.
Pressure cooker.
I understand, David, but there's a different word for it. It's not just a traditional pressure cooker. But anyway, they would do that, and then when you would boil that can, it would cook the meat, and then you could just eat it right out of the can, the jar, or you could dump the jar.
Sterilizer?
No, it would be
Pressure canner?
No, well, maybe.
I mean, they're just called pressure cookers. Number 925.
Yeah. These were like the sparkly colored blue
Well,
pots.
Crock pots?
no, he's talking about the guy.
There you go. What's it called?
Not stoneware, but
It's the old cowboy
gosh,
pot that's got the lid to it. and
Ceramic ware?
everything. No.
it's blue with white fleckles.
Fleckles. It's got white.
Freckles. What the hell is that?
But anyway, so people like the canned meat.
Well, like that right there.
Yeah.
The teapot.
I
the
know, I
coffee
brought that
cooker.
in there.
The
Yeah.
coffee cooker.
Kettle
Kettle.
percolator type deal there. But anyway, yeah, like canning meat. There's people that can fish. pickled, like,
Pickled
Are you talking
herring.
about the video we just watched?
no, because that's absolutely hilarious. We'll have to, like, tag and share that somewhere else because that's probably some of the most wholesome comedy you'll ever see. Some poor British guy trying to.
Bought the biscuit.
Bloody hell, that's eggy. But anyway,
Enamel?
no. Anyway, there's some kind of fish, like a carp species, buffalo. You know what a buffalo is?
Buffalo carp?
Like a
the
buffalo
ones that
carp,
used to roam. Oh, yes.
like a
yes.
fish called a
Yeah.
buffalo.
Yeah.
You can pickle that and then can it in a jar, like pickled buffalo.
Interesting.
There's a local guy here in town that does it,
Really?
and it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know. I was feeling kind of old timey when I was looking up because what Boy Scouts, that was like one of the big things.
You know what I think there is?
We learned a lot about that.
There's a common thread we have here is the small things of Americana that are dying
Yeah.
bother us.
Yeah.
That tells me that we've gotten to that age. It's a slippery slope from here because we
Next thing we know, we'll be
We-
drinking scotch and bitching about the government.
Crotchety old bastards.
no some at the table
That
just
son of a bitch mowed 2 passes over the property line
Yeah,
last
that's
week,
where it's gonna
and
go.
I've had enough of it.
yeah, that's where it's gonna go. But I think it's a nostalgic thing because we see our kids growing up, and we see the world around us changing from what our childhood was,
Yeah.
and we know they're missing out on things.
Yeah.
And that's just, everything's online and internet, which is wild because we rely on the internet and online for this bad boy. But we're just incidental podcasters.
I love it.
So,
That's how the cookie crumbles. All right, can't wait to dive into this one.
well, actually, it's going to be a curveball.
Now, we're going
Uh-oh.
to need some time for him to get this question out.
What question?
His topic, to get through it all.
Oh.
This one word.
Well, no, I've curveball.
Oh, that's right. Curveball.
Oh, it's
Curveball.
not this
Call
one
an
anymore.
audible.
It's curveball.
Called an audible.
Glad we
Called
take
an
the time to
audible.
Yeah.
do the notes.
Yeah, he called an audible.
Yeah. Did you pull up that what I asked about there, Dave?
Oh!
Yeah, that part.
yeah. I
right.
haven't tested to be sure it works.
Sometimes you just got to do it live, buddy.
Well,
You tell me.
hold on. Jeebus. Well, I don't know if this part's going to work.
Oh, it's going to sound great.
Oh.
This is what we like, guys. Right here. Listen. Everybody listen.
Evening at 5:30 p.m. His
Hold
sister
on.
Karen goes to his basement.
Try it again.
Just hold on. Just hold on here. We're going to have to edit a small section.
That's okay.
And later that evening at 5:30 p.m., his sister Karen goes to his basement apartment where she discovers him unconscious on the floor.
What?
He's lying
Yeah.
face down in a pool of his own blood.
What?
And this
Is that
spurs
Uncle
her
Todd?
call to 911 at 5:51 p.m.
Officer Parker notes that
Oh,
when he
who's
enters
that?
the basement
Jessica?
bedroom,
Is that Jessica
he sees
Noll?
several drops of blood
True
on the
crime
mattress.
journalist?
Officer Parker also speaks to Armand, who,
Talking
along
on
with
the
his girlfriend Lynn, were
Wondering
home at
Dutchmen
the time of the
podcast?
incident.
Are they here in
He
the
tells
lounge?
them he saw Sean around 5 p.m. watching a baseball game in his room. That's about a half hour before Sean's sister shows up.
Does this have the makings
Armand
of a
then
true crime?
says he went downstairs a little
long
bit
is this
later,
clip?
time unknown, and found
At
Sean
least
on the
44
floor.
seconds.
And
Yeah.
according to him,
That's the shorter one.
he
Oh
thought
my
Sean
God.
was sleeping.
Honey, Sean's sleeping face down on the floor in a pool of his own blood again. Don't bother him. You know he hates it when you interrupt his face down blood naps.
That's not a quote. That was just a fictitious recreation of actual events that only exist in Todd's mind.
In my mind, just so you know, isn't a whole lot of a safer place to spend time than Sean's apartment.
So that little bit right there.
Uncle Todd.
So you guys recognize the voice, and if you're an avid follower of the Wondering Dutchmen, we went up to Indy to watch our boy qualify for Boston. Check. And then we sat down with Uncle Todd McComas, and Uncle Todd was generous enough to spend some time with us, talk about what he had going on.
That's right.
Comedian, true crime guy. It was tough to keep Masoner off of him, but we did smoke. Luckily they weren't sitting on the couch together. But that little clip there I wanted to share because they've got a new true crime podcast coming out on August 30th called The Investigators. And so it's not your typical weekly true crime podcast. Todd McComas, a retired police detective and comedian, partners with award-winning investigative journalist Jessica Noll to share their unique, informal style of case analysis. Together, they combine 40-plus years of investigative experience.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. To break down key elements. That's almost the age of David Allen Smoker.
That's right.
Timeline and investigation. At the heart of every case is the victim's story, so this job is taken seriously. But because they don't take themselves too seriously, listeners can get the expert analysis and commentary they should expect, mixed with enough witty banter to feel like they're among friends. Dropping August 30th on Apple iTunes.
That sounds like a banger.
Yeah, I think, and I guess probably my love for true crime has grown a little bit. But when you know the people involved,
Makes
now
it
we
even
don't
better.
know Jessica as much, but I think we'd like Jessica. She hangs out with Todd.
Yeah.
We like Todd.
Todd's good.
So therefore, Todd and Jessica are good people, and we'd hang out with them. But I just wanted to talk
Todd
a little
lets
bit.
people puke in his yard. He's a great guy. He's an awesome guy.
Guys, it wasn't even that big a deal.
Somebody we had just spent 4 hours with. Hey, pal, I'm gonna puke in your backyard. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey,
You're
guess
not the
what,
first.
man? You're not the first, and you won't be the last. And then that girl goes, "Oh, I puke every time I come over here." Yes.
So we got to get back together with Uncle Todd.
Yeah.
See what his summer schedule looks like. But I just wanted to share that with our listeners as my first topic.
Yeah.
Todd's been good to us every time we reach out. The guy's got a ton of irons in the fire. We posted, I think we shared out Todd's, the investigators, and she liked it. And I'm going to try to get them both either on the phone that we can talk to them about this project and what's going on. But I just wanted to share that with our listeners.
Yeah.
Give it a listen, August 30th.
Yeah, good stuff.
But it's very cool. The longer trailer's like 2-something. And it's good. I think it'll be fun. That humor in there. If that's how the episodes are going to be, Todd's humor, and he's got a very what do they call it? Gallows humor.
Yeah.
That gallows humor will be on point and on fire.
Guaranteed.
With Jessica probably being the more serious professional. And I think it's going to be a good mix, good combo. So I'm excited about it.
It's going to be a good one.
That's just what I wanted to bring to the table. I know it's not a lengthy topic. It's not something heavy, but our buddy Todd's doing something big and important with Jessica. And Todd's part of the Wondering Dutchman family because he might be the proud owner of a Wondering Dutchman t-shirt.
And koozie.
And koozie.
And decal.
And decal.
Yeah. So there you are, Wanderers. Here's your homework. August 30th. Go on Apple iTunes. Check out The Investigators. It's going to be worth your time.
Yeah.
For sure.
There we are.
There we
Smoke,
go.
what you got?
Okay. It's time to put on your imagination caps.
Okay.
I left mine at home.
You're the lone survivor of a plane crash over a remote area of Canada. Somebody, gosh dang it. Mace, you deleted my words.
The day.
No. The EMP that causes a plane to crash.
Would that cause the plane to crash?
In my story, it definitely did.
Well, but hold on. If you wanted me to put on my thinking cap,
I didn't say thinking, I said imagination cap.
well, in my imagination, an EMP it just kills the electronics. So if we had what kind of pilot do we have? Is this guy like a Vietnam vet, or is he fresh out of flight school?
He's fresh out of flight school, and the plane's got an electronic ignition. So it can't go with no juice. The pilot's taking a nap because he's got a pacemaker. And
Yeah, but he's a new pilot.
Okay, so he's an old pilot. The pacemaker took it out. Mace, you gotta stop changing my letters. Anyway, it took out all and any electronic devices that you or anyone else had on the plane. It's winter. You noticed while the plane was crashing that the rivers were freezing over. Walk me through your first few steps on the ground to keep yourself alive.
If it was winter, they would be frozen. So you're saying freezing over. So that's probably late fall.
Sure. As the plane was crashing, it looked a little frozen, but no, we didn't get the...
I've never actively watched water freeze. And I feel like if it would be a wild deal to watch it freeze while riding a crashing airplane to the ground.
Well, but I think
Meanwhile, old boy's EMP pacemaker fresh out.
the
because
young
we got hit by
25-year-old guy.
He had a birth
Pacemaker.
defect.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that makes sense.
it's a tough spot.
Yeah. T's and P's.
First thing I would do, so if the plane crashed underwater or in water,
Where does it crash?
Is it on the ground?
On land.
Oh.
I'm just saying, water
So
was
it's-
frozen.
Have you
It's
ever read a
definitely
book
cold.
called The Hatchet by Robert Paulson?
I feel like I've heard of it.
You've never read it?
Wow.
Because there's the Hatchet, there's the Hatchet 2, there's the Return to the Hatchet, there's the 30th anniversary of the Hatchet.
It's the river.
And then there's the Hatchet Junior.
Brian's Winter. But anyway,
Would this have been something you read in high school?
spoiler,
middle school.
Spoiler alert. That this is the Hatchet.
That's the exact.
This is the
Yeah.
storyline and the plot for the Hatchet.
This is the exact.
You would actually really like the book.
You really don't know about the Hatchet?
It's probably one.
Because when you sent this out today, I was like, "Oh, Smoke's trying to pull a quick one.
Mm-hmm.
He's giving us the plot of the Hatchet, but he's updating it a little bit. Turns out you have no clue. So
I mean, we might have read it. I didn't
if
do
you
so good in the
graduated
grades.
from South, this is going to sound like one of those.
Well,
ambulance chasing-
Indiana should be all similar on the.
Depends on what you would have read. But if you graduated from Southridge High School in between probably 2002 or 3 through.
So Jared Steckler would be the one to ask this if we could phone a friend right now because he's all in on that book too. But I can't remember. It may have been 5th grade, or it may have been early middle school or late elementary, one or the other.
I had a lot of low grades in the reading ages.
Yeah.
I remember a book called The Giver
Oh, The Giver's a
that
good one.
rhymes with the river.
One-
Or wait, no, what'd you call it?
The Hatchet. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That's a movie with Jack Nicholson.
It's a
That's a
book
book,
as well. How to Kill a Mockingbird. Oh, all those cult classics that we were forced to read.
You say it like such a bad thing.
We're chained to the wall and forced to read.
Yeah.
First thing first is you got to have fire. Second thing second, you have to have shelter. Third things third, you have to have water. And fourth things fourth, you got to have food.
That's a Boy Scout in him coming out.
Be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're in a Canadian winter, you got to have something. You got to get something ready to cover your ass in a Ricky Tick because it's going to get effing cold.
Yeah.
And effing cold kills your ass.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Well,
Just
and
so
I
you
think
know.
what I would add in there too is, do we have any other people on board outside of the pilot?
They're all dead.
Everybody died. You're the lone survivor.
How many people though?
They're all dead.
well,
How
they're-
many people though? Because that could
What's
prevent
regular,
you from-
75?
what's
What?
I mean, how many people's on a plane?
What kind of
75?
plane you driving?
I don't know. I've only been on a couple, like the kind that
You
took
drive
my big
planes
ass
or
to
you
San
fly
Diego.
Oh, well, Jesus Christ. 150?
Well, if there's 150 people in there, you got plenty of food. If you're the only one to survive,
Yeah,
that's going to
there's-
freeze through the winter.
Hell, you could get drunk and everything. You got
Yeah.
enough mini bottles and everything else.
Yeah, we thought you
Well,
were
9
going.
times out of 10, if we're up in northern Canada and we're gonna
It's
ride,
like a 12-person seat, 12-seater.
Yeah.
Probably not even that.
Not even that.
Probably
Let's just say
less
we're
than
like in a
6.
super cub, and it's just you and old
yeah.
you and old pacemaker cat.
Yeah.
And
That's
one
what
other
happened.
guy
That's what happened in the
in the hatchet.
hatchet.
Yeah.
Just him and the old dude.
So to Mace's point,
Did the
you're
old
right.
guy
You
die
got,
in the book?
Oh yeah.
yeah, you got to have
That's why
shelter.
they crashed.
You got to have shelter. So your plane, depending on how torn up it
You
is,
got to have fire.
Well, but you hope there's enough fire from the plane.
Oh yeah, it
From
could be
wreckage,
like you could
the
go and
fuel. Yeah.
harvest some torch flame.
Yeah. Now, did we land close enough to like a cave somewhere where that's easy transition? Or no?
I don't think they took a map for the crash site at the time.
Okay. Well,
I thought he was going to say like, did it crash close to a Walmart or a Casey's?
did
I thought he was going to
it
say
crash in Toronto, like downtown Toronto? Yeah, because you're going to eat the pilot. There's enough food there to give you.
Would you, okay, so that was one of my questions. Would you eat a person?
If it meant surviving, hell yeah.
You get the shakes. What the hell's that called?
No, but you got to cook it.
Trichinosis.
You got to cook it enough.
Huh?
I thought-
Trichinosis
that's
is
turkey.
what you get for eating raw bear meat.
Oh, and pigs.
Trichinosis?
It's
And it's any cloven hoof thing.
Yeah, well,
No, that's
bears
not
don't
because
cloven
bears
hoofs.
don't have
It's
Stephen Ranella got trichinosis for eating
bear meat.
raw bear meat. Too rare.
I think like monkey meat will do it too. Yeah, so that was one of my things. 'cause I'd have a
mutilated
hard,
monkey meat.
I'd have a hard time.
Would I eat monkey meat?
Mutilated monkey meat.
Would you eat a dog?
No. Yeah. Hell yes.
I'd eat it.
You would eat a dog?
Without a doubt.
You would chop Ruby up into steaks and eat her?
Now, if I was gonna die,
Oh, you're talking
Yeah.
about a survival thing.
obviously.
Jesus, I'm not asking
Oh,
him
I
to eat his
thought-
dog
yeah, we're
for
not gonna go
Sunday
out-
Funday. Hey guys, come over. Let's murder the dog and throw her on the pellet grill.
Well, you'd want it to breed out a little bit, and hopefully it's a Green Mountain Grill. Shout out Nick Merkley, Southern Indiana Hardwoods. No, I thought you were talking. I thought we had moved on from this hatchet story.
Well, hell no.
Yeah, no, hands down.
So you'd eat a
the dog.
person.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
I would probably turn
You're
the person
telling me
into
that
oil
You're 3
to
days.
run the torch, because I'm assuming he's going to be a portly fella if he agreed to take me up there.
Jesus Christ! Can you imagine how long I would burn for?
If you were rendered down right, I think it'd
rendered down, right?
For some months.
Now, see what I'd do. I don't think I'd eat a person. I think I'd use the person as bait to catch stuff that I'd rather eat. Than
What are you going to kill the bear with there, Hotshot? You going to wrestle it like you're going to wrestle sharks?
Maybe.
Chokehold. I'm gonna choke this shark out.
down. I got it.
I'm gonna take the propeller off of the airplane and whittle it into a shark stick, and then
You say his shark dick?
a sharp stick.
Oh, I could have swore he said shark dick.
Well, yeah, I did. That's worse than there's nothing worse than getting a shark stick in your eye. You know what I mean? Like falling on a shark's dick, it's just tough.
Yeah, you beat that one dead.
Anyway, but no, I think, first things
So
first.
you'd eat the person, not use him as bait. That's
I
weird
never
to me.
said that I would eat the person.
I did. Clearly, I stated I would, because here's the thing: when you have to find something. Obviously, you're going to wait a couple days to do it because you're going to try to find other. So if we're in that winter time,
The body will stay fresh for.
yeah, if you're
Fresh
foraging
enough.
for berries and stuff, you might get some late season still hanging on there, but probably not great. We're by the river, so hopefully maybe we can catch some fish.
Maybe that salmon run's coming through.
Oh yeah.
Catch you a big boatload of steel.
He did say you to use our our creative minds and powers, but I mean, look at what they've
I'm
done.
chopping up the survivor, or not the survivors.
Oh boy.
He's already dead.
The deceased for bait. And then I'm using parts of the plane to make a bear trap.
Like
for a bear trap.
Yeah. And then the rest of the plane is going to be my shelter.
Because that bear's gonna walk in and be like, "Oh, hey, Dave, what's going
he's
on?"
going to
Trapped you.
He's going to take the
No, because
piece
up
of
there in that
glass.
part, you should know the seatbelt.
No,
make
it's a piece of glass, and
make
for
like the-
skinning that bear,
Yeah,
and then he's going to like wear it like a bear coat.
like in the Revenant.
I think I would look great in a bear skin cloak.
What was the Revenant?
Yeah.
That's when
Well,
Leo
I was
DiCaprio.
Leonardo
thinking,
DiCaprio.
He got
he
in
hid
it.
in the cave of a.
No, he got in the gut locker, or he got in the
Yeah,
stomach of one.
What's
like
the old
bear.
Western that the dude just did not too long ago?
Jeremiah Johnson,
No.
True Grit.
the old Western.
That
Yeah.
one.
True
that,
Grit
That
was-
old guy on the horse head was wearing a bear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's great. I think you'd look good in bear.
I love.
So this actually kind of tied into yours a little bit, just like how, like,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the
So
whole,
wilderness survival.
There you go.
So we did.
I was never in any.
I was an Eagle Scout. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Humble
And
brag.
we
What was your Eagle Scout project?
the Irene Bartle spectator terraces. The Irene Bartle baseball field down here.
Like
the,
use a little touch up.
the spectator terraces.
Well, it was 20 years ago.
Yeah, whenever there was an
It was
actual
longer.
That was when there was an actual league there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was my project. But anyway, what I'm saying is we did wilderness survival, and we had to do 2 days, and all we got was like a hard-boiled egg,
For bait.
40 ounces of water, 40 ounces of water. I think a section of paracord, and then we got a flint and steel, and then they just let us go, and then we had to maintain for a while.
So 2 days, though, you could just
Yeah.
fail and still.
Yeah, I took a lot of naps. Ate that egg pretty quick. You know what I mean? But then,
I
yeah.
could see him like conquering other people for their eggs.
Hey, son, bitch, give me your egg.
I think it would be cool
Bloody hell,
to
that's
know a
eggy.
little bit about what the special forces guys
Oh,
when they
it's
do their
insane.
winter mountain training,
Yeah,
and just it would be. I bet it would be.
hell. Did you
Well, it
watch?
would be.
Did you watch the show? Did you ever watch the show? What the hell was it called? With Cody Lundin and the guy, the barefooted dude, not Survivor Man, but the.
Bear Grylls.
No, it was kind of like that, but there was the two guys.
Oh, he
What
was the
hell?
guy that was.
Barefooted, a big Indian-looking
Yeah.
bastard that was barefooted, and
I
then
think
the
they
other
were from
dude
Eastern Kentucky.
The one guy was special forces, and the other dude
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
barefooted
yeah.
hippie from out in Arizona.
Yeah.
Wilder.
I don't know what it's called.
Lost in the Wil-
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's one of those
Yeah,
cringy
well,
ass reality.
The one
TV
guy,
shows.
the barefoot guy with the bandana, was from like Arizona. He lived in like a mud hut. Or
Yeah,
something.
like a yurt, not a yurt, but like a in the ground house type
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, pretty neat, self sufficient type.
I'd
deal.
like to have it in the ground, like.
But it's just crazy the different styles of survival that you know what I mean. Like you got this special force dude that like we need to piss in a snake skin and full of your urine is full of vitamins and stuff like that, and then the other dude's like just be one with nature and take your shoes off and build a fire and go find some berries, bro. You'll be fine.
I don't go barefoot in my own house.
I do.
You'd never make it.
Yeah, I'll be eating your ass for.
God,
Hey,
I hope
come
you're-
eat this ass, big guy.
Digging Casey's beard teeth.
Come on and get it.
There we go. You like duck meat? Duck down, get you some.
Oh, God.
I'll be picking Casey's beard hair out of my teeth, you know.
Hey, I've been in the gym, been walking.
We seen you walking. The kids seen you walking. Like, Dad, does Casey need a ride?
That's always great.
No, he's exercising, honey.
Trying not
What
to
the
have a
hell,
heart
Book
attack.
of Eli?
Yep.
Book of Eli
With Denzel.
with Denzel.
Cat oil.
Wait,
they
was
checked
Denzel
it-
really in it?
Yeah.
I was just speculating.
And they made him, let me see your hands. And if you shake,
You're eating people.
you're eating people because it's not scurvy, but it's something. It's a condition when you eat only
Get you
meat
some vitamin C.
that it gives you the shakes. I can't remember what the hell is it called.
Yeah, but you got to cook it right.
Yeah, it's not trichinosis.
It might be.
I think it can also cause like a madness of some sort. Like,
Mad cow.
well,
Well, but do you ever see that thing that's shared online where the lady was like, went on a date, didn't go well, and then got sick, and turns out she tested positive for whatever, and was like, "Whoa, who'd you eat dinner with?" And then it turned into this serial killer. You see it shared out on social media on occasion. Nope. Okay.
Shaking hands is Kuru disease, which is contracted by eating brains and spinal cords of other humans. Good grief. I bet that's pretty prominent over there in Papua New Guinea, over in those cannibalistic tribes.
Well, we probably don't have any fans over there, so
no,
that's okay.
hopefully not, because if they found out that we knew that they had it and they
this whole time I thought they were just dancing.
no,
Just had the shake.
they had the shakes from eating too many spinal cords.
So do you think it's like an LSD type thing? Like you think if you get into that stuff that
I doubt it. No, I think it's just
Do you think some memories taste better than others?
God.
that's a tough spot. No, that's
What do
a
you
good one,
think the
Dave.
memory that I have of me catching human shit out of one of my kids from it getting on the rug tastes like?
Oh, yeah.
Probably shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be.
It's time.
What's the time for?
The pause for the cause.
Well, can we ease into this a little bit?
Yeah.
There's going to be some people shocked by this.
What for?
Well, we're just changing things up a
Times
little bit.
change.
Times change.
Scenery changes.
Seasons change.
People's come. People's go.
If they're lucky.
They're lucky. Yeah, so just like the guy that used to shovel the shit off the street for the horse and buggy said, "You're taking my job." We got a new sponsor for the Pause for the Cause.
Hey.
And the new sponsor for the Pause for the Cause is...
There is no, this is, Maxie's Barbershop is still,
Yeah. He's
mean-
in the stable.
Yeah.
He's a staple
Kinda-
of the Wondering Dutchman.
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Now, if he brought some of that meat candy that came episode 6,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe bring him back.
The Pause for the Cause is brought to you by the Wondering Dutchman.
Oh,
Whoa.
The Wondering Dutchman's
Did
first...
we approve this
Yeah.
at our meeting?
we did.
Financially?
The
God bless it.
The Wondering Dutchmen are sponsoring the first annual backyard barbecue competition at the Holland Fest on September 15th and 16th. We are having the first annual backyard barbecue competition. We're limiting it to 20 teams. There'll be a cash prize. There'll be other prizes. There'll be merch to be bought. There'll be a People's Choice Award. There might be some pretty cool aprons or something like that maybe involved. But other than that, it's time to sign up. by the time this episode comes out, you should be able to sign up. We got a logo built. We got an Eventbrite page set up. We got the rules finalized. Now all we got to do is
It's all over but the cooking.
see who signs up. So when you hear this, go check it out. We'll post the link. We'll be right back.
Hey! Cannot wait until we are in the beautiful Holland Park for the first annual backyard barbecue competition
Imagine what that's going to smell like.
hosted by yours truly. Well, hopefully it smells delicious.
It's going to be great.
And are we going to be judges there?
Probably not.
Oh.
There's going to be a lot of skin in the game, hopefully.
Oh.
So we're going to have to. I've got a pretty heavy hitter panel lined up.
Yeah.
People that know their way around a barbecue spot.
Yeah.
Really know the meat.
I think there's some real pressure out there.
There might be, yeah. Hopefully there is.
I thought that I was going to be a judge and like a Russian diver,
tracksuit or
Justin,
something?
like those Russian judges that are on like figure skating and stuff. Like you sit, like, hey, here's the 20, here's the 20, and I'm like, hey, this is great.
Net.
But I guess not.
It's my birthday weekend. I imagine I'll be on one.
Yeah, baby. I'll be
think
on one too.
I think I'll be there representing us with pride.
And glory.
Yep.
Hey,
Hour 2, Smoke.
But guess who's representing us for hour 2, David?
Well, let me tell you all about it. Catering by Meyer.
Hey!
Yep.
Catering by Meyer. Catering by Meyer. Catering by Meyer. Dang it. I hoped if I said their name 3 times, they'd appear like a genie. Unfortunately for us here in the lounge, it didn't happen. But for you, pick up the phone and call Catering by Meyer. They will get you booked on the schedule. Whether it's a small family gathering or a large wedding with 300 guests, Catering by Meyer can do it all. Bomber season is officially over. The fellows went on vacation for some R&R, and now they're back to serve you better than ever. Call and schedule an appointment with them today. Before you do, call, check out their great website, and look around. Plenty of options to get the planning going and the mouth watering.
Hey.
Hey, I tell you
I
what,
like it,
I'm a creative ad
getting
reader.
good.
Yeah. I'm glad you kind of picked up on it a little bit. Thought maybe I just didn't spaz out and put Catering by Meyer 3 times.
Copy and paste.
Yeah.
Copy and paste.
Oh, this Debbie put Catering by Meyer here 3 times.
Oh,
We got-
boy. Well, guys, it's time in my fatherhood career that I feel like there may be a little bit of a difficult conversation that is going to have to be had coming up here. And it's the talk about puberty. And I wanted to talk about that. I know you're not there yet.
No.
David has had it probably once, probably twice, getting ready to, well, yeah, anyway.
And hopefully Dave went through puberty.
Yeah,
So
for
he
sure.
knows.
Like we all have.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I say my topic is, at what point do you have the talk about the big change, like puberty, right? So my kids just turned 10 in April, and I was kind of blindsided by the warden. She had, she had put a couple of books in there. Birthday gifts, I guess you would call it, about said issues or things, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to know, like, this is a tough topic for me to even try to think about, to talk about, you know, as a dad and everything like that, you know, like with my daughter. I mean, my son, he'll be fine. Yeah, he's going to get hair on his balls and his voice is going to drop and everything will be fine. You know what I mean? That's just what happens, because that's what happened to me, you know? And like on the I'm just not ready for that girl thing, man. I am not ready for it. And I know you can't relate to that because you have no girls, but
And maybe Jenna told me that the talk was me because they're boys, and if we had girls, it was her.
okay. So it was,
She's on the scapegoat on that one.
yeah.
I
So
think
you dodged the bullet.
Well, no, I think she dodged the bullet.
Well, yeah, no, yeah, you're right.
So I think my warden has enough grounds for you to tell your warden that
It's hers.
Yeah, her territory.
It's her deal. Then.
You've never gone through puberty as a female. How
No.
are you going to tell them?
No, I haven't. Yeah, but I just like she was talking with another girl friend about like the emergency starter pack that they're gonna have to like carry in their backpack.
Oh yeah, that's something that I'll.
And it's like that gives me the most anxiety thinking about. Like my buddy that I work with, his daughter, you know, she went to the change a little sooner than others because I think that's another thing too. Not to get on the old conspiracy train,
Yeah.
but that's something that's happening a lot earlier now.
Well, I think this goes back to what we were talking about with tough guys and soft people and the whole thing.
You think?
Well, I feel like way back when, 1700s, wasn't it normal for like 14, 15-year-olds to be married and like starting
their deal there? Yeah, I guess I guess you're right. Yeah.
which, I don't know, I guess it's crazy to us now, but I think at one point in time that was probably, you know, well, you only lived to 30, 14, you're half your life through.
I guess so.
Isn't that a sad thing
It's
to think
wild,
about?
isn't it? It's crazy.
That in those dark ages and middle ages, like your average lifespan was like 34.
You're old.
You worked like a freaking dog all your life, right?
I'm just
And
going
you
to start
ate
telling
terrible
people
food.
that I'm a
104.
wise elder
Dysentery.
because I'm 39. Listen here, young pups, I've seen it all.
Buddy, you have.
You whippersnappers.
You have. No, you know, it's interesting with, I don't know, because it's kind of such a weird thing because I think with the internet nowadays, I don't know how much of the talk
So
occurs.
that's what my other buddy, another friend of the show, owner of Monty's Pizza, old Squiggly Squig Dog, he was saying that, you know, something about, we were talking about the boys, you know, because, so here's what got me started on this. I dropped my daughter off. So Justine the warden was at the soccer field already. Mm-hmm. And then I had the kids.
Yeah.
And I had to drop one of them off at softball,
Yep.
one of them off at baseball, and one of them off at soccer. So when I got home from work, I said, hey, everybody get your shit together. We're leaving in 20 minutes. Because I had to, in turn, get my shit together. You know,
To leave in 20 minutes.
Yeah, to leave in 20 minutes. I had to ditch my work clothes, wash my face up, you know, hit the bidet, freshen up a little, powder my nose, you know, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, then we get everybody's got their shit. We're all loaded up in Tanya Tahoe. We're heading to Huntingburg. We're getting everything rolling. Drop said kids off at each spot. Everything's fine. We're done. We get back home, showered up. Everybody's going to bed, and then the warden and I are having our conversation time. And she said, hey, I know you didn't know or think about it, but you have to make sure that our oldest daughter wears a sports bra to soccer and things now because she's starting to, you know, develop the little skeeter bites, for lack of better words.
She's going to love it.
Yeah, she's going to love me. You know, but she doesn't listen because this is not a children's podcast.
Yeah.
And and it's like, yeah, I didn't good Lord, I don't think of that shit, you know?
No.
And then but then, you know, the thing is not to sound like a creep or anything, but like when you look at it from the scheme of things and you look at some of her other classmates that are at the same age and you're like, oh God, like, yeah, like they need to be wearing a bra. You know what I mean? And that's like, it's something that I am not mentally prepared for. Like I am not ready for it.
I think the broader topic on this is there's phases in our lives that we get to.
I think it goes back to when is your moment of clarity?
Yeah.
Whenever you become an adult. Well, I had one that smacked me in the face last weekend when I got my ass ripped for not making my daughter wear a bra to soccer practice.
Yeah. It is. So obviously, Rep Man, today's date, 7 months. 7 months old.
That's awesome.
And, you know, everybody's like, oh, is there going to be a fourth? And I'm like, no, I'm done. Like, I'm good. Like, I think that's a phase.
Right.
You get out of those child rearing years.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get into that next phase where it's the toddlers.
Oh, yeah.
And you're running around, you're doing a bunch of toddler stuff,
Nightmare.
and you're doing all this. And then, like, you get to where we're at now with a little bit with, like, Zoe, where we get into the school age things, and we're hanging out at soccer practice, griping because there's no freaking trees and it's hotter than the devil's ass down there. But the field's in great shape. Field's great playing surface. Excellent playing surface.
Just wait till this Sunday.
Oh, I can't wait. But like you get to some of those like points and it's like, this is a phase we're getting out of, hopefully. Janelle doesn't listen to the show, but from my perspective, I'm done. I'm done. But, you know, it's just one of those things. And I think you're entering into it like you've had it with a boy going into high school. Like, I can't believe Eldest Smoke's
wild.
going to be a freshman.
That's wild.
I mean, he was out here and he needed to shave his face.
Yeah.
He looked like, I mean, just the testosterone.
Oh, man.
It just, there's.
A flat-ass lady killer.
Yeah. I mean, slap a little patchouli here.
Oh, God. No.
But-
maybe some, like, Giorgio Armani.
Armani, yeah.
Or some Curve or
Known
something
as
like
much
that.
as he likes to fish, it'd probably be fish guts and worms. But that's
Anus
okay.
oil.
And that's okay. And that's okay. But I think it's just a phase of life you're getting into. And I don't know that there's any great way to navigate it.
No.
They do those commercials where it's like you don't have to be a rock star to be a parent. And this is one of them where it's going to kind of, you have to trust what they're saying and what they're telling to you.
So that book thing, like, I never even thought about that.
That's why your wife's a smart woman.
Oh, she is, and I'd be screwed without her. But the thing is, like, there's pictures in there, and the kids are like, "Oh, Mom, why is there a picture of a wiener in here?" You know what I mean? And shit like that. But like, I think my kids are still at the point where, like, even when they see, like, if we're watching a movie or something, and one of the kids will pop their heads in, and like, there's like a makeout scene, or like if I would say,
Maybe you and the warden are sitting on the couch smooching.
yeah, or something
Holding
like
hands,
that. You know
making
what I mean?
plans.
They're all like, "Ugh, quit," you know. And then like if I have a tick, like Max has this thing where he'll sit at the desk, which is directly behind the recliner in the living room, and I'll be like scrolling through TikTok, and there'll be one with like the old,
Yeah.
you know, the old TNA, the old boobies jiggling around there on the old ticky tack, and Max will like, "Dad, what are you watching?" Like, God, it's gross. You know what I mean? And I'm like, "Well, son, one of these days, you know, you're just not there yet."
I've told you this before. There is some imaginary line from when you go from 7th to 8th grade.
Is that what it is?
Because I coach those boys, and every once in a while, when the high school cheer team
Oh, God.
comes strolling by,
Oh, boy.
and it's February or March, and we're working indoors, you'll take a survey of the field house, and you'll look. The 6th and 7th grade kids, oblivious to it. There could be a train rolling through there, and it would be like no clue because they're just in their own world. Baseball, talking about whatever video games or whatever. Those 8th grade boys, all of a sudden the chest gets puffed out a little bit, and they just kind of like, man, we're going to really do this right. And you just watch them, and they're just,
Windy,
oh my goodness.
windy peppercorn,
It's what it is. That's what it is.
oiling and lotioning, lotioning and oiling.
What a
I
mess.
can't take it anymore. Classic.
It's a good movie.
But anyway, I was just wondering about that because I know you had been through it, kind of like you said. But you know, I think boys are. Yeah, you're gonna get hair on your balls. Your armpits are gonna get hairy. You're gonna get achy with your growing pains. You're gonna wake up with a boner. Like it's
Wait, I'm still growing because I get achy.
well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like
Or is that's the arthritis?
those things, you know what I
Arthritis.
mean? That's just things that happen, you know what I mean? And the whole thing with the girls, like it just, hopefully that, yeah, I'm not gonna.
That's why.
I'm out on
I
that.
think you just got to keep a clear line of communication.
Yeah.
Go talk to your mother.
Your mom will be home at 8:30.
Yeah, that's a
But
question for
until
your
then-
mother.
How about a candy bar?
Yeah,
Hey, there's popsicles in the fridge. Don't come back in my room.
yeah. Buddy, I wish you the best in this journey.
Yeah.
I really do.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, what you got? I
Well-
can't wait for this one because this is a drastic change.
Which one do you want me to use?
Well, this one here is fine. Yeah.
The original one or this next one?
Whichever one you want.
this
My original hour 1? You want my hour 2? I must have been hungry when I did this.
I guess. Because I was going to do something food related on my first topic, and I thought, damn, we're going to sound like total fat asses. Casey and I both bang out food topics right after the other.
Some people watch this. They know we're total.
They've seen us out in public. There ain't no hiding that. Ice cream cake.
All in.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your answer first. So all in. What about you? We're going to Dairy
Oh,
Queen.
my God. Look at you.
So, Jenna loves ice cream cakes. I tried to get her one for her birthday from the DQ, but when it's, hey, honey, it's your birthday, what do you want? I want one with traditional icing. I want a vanilla cake from, like, I like a regular.
Donut Bank.
Walmart.
Well, wherever.
Wherever you get the
IGA.
buttercream icing.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
this, and then but ice cream on the side. And
So
it's
he-
nothing. I just like traditional.
So let me preface this with Janelle's side of the whole fam. They are all like ice cream cake is the second coming. They are all about it. I have never eaten so much ice cream cake. It's what it is. When they get that little 8 or 10 inch round out of the freezer to thaw for 30 minutes, that is what it's like. And I love my
Got to
wife.
dip the knife into a pot of boiling water
Oh, my
and get the
gosh.
rubber mallet out to get through it.
I have
I
never
like that windmill chill ice cream at the Bombers game when you see old grandma pulling her own spoon out of her purse just to eat it.
just to get it because it's been frozen
you guys
hard.
got an extra jackhammer back
Yeah.
there?
And that's so I've never, like, growing up, ice cream cake wasn't in the Lindemann family household.
Have
Just-
they been around a long time?
As long as Dairy Queens have been around, I assume.
Really?
Well, I
never
don't know.
had
I don't know.
one.
I don't see. Now here's the thing: when we were kids, I don't remember her name, and my mother's probably going to chastise me for not remembering her name. But I can still remember where she lived. She lived right by where Beautiful Bob's Liquor is in Holland, Indiana. Now that street, which is totally embarrassing that I don't know what that street's name.
Cherry.
No,
Cardinal.
There's not a cherry street
Well,
in Holland. Doesn't
Bob's
matter.
is on Cardinal. Is that?
There's not a Cardinal Street.
Yeah, there is. Where Bob's Liquor is, that road is Cardinal.
Okay. Well, that's not where I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the street when you come off of 161.
Old Holland Road is what it is on this east side.
Right. So anyway, now here we are again, going back to find out what frickin' street it is. It's what is it? Iowa. Nope.
Iowa Street goes.
Redbird, not Cardinal.
Oh,
Redbird.
well, I was really close.
Yeah, you were close.
It's Mary Street.
Yeah, everybody knows that, dum-dum.
East Mary.
Everybody knows
Everybody
it's
knows that,
Mary
dum-dum.
Street.
There was a woman that lived on East Mary Street in Holland, Indiana, that used to make cakes for birthdays. Mm-hmm. I can remember as a child getting badass birthday cakes, like a Ninja Turtle birthday cake, or like a dump truck Hot Wheels cake, or like we would get.
You think we could get a Laney Wilson dump truck cake?
Oh my god!
Hey, there ain't enough room in the oven for that.
big ass cake. But there would be
Lucky Duck Hodges.
bless it.
Washed up NFL quarterback.
But there was a like Easter bunny cakes, you know, but like where the icing was
Oh,
ruffled up, you know what I'm talking about? Yes, like the squirty bups
piped it out of there.
piped it out of there, you know. So like I can remember when we would go to the skate palace for birthday parties.
Can we go to the skate palace?
I'm not skating, dude. I got to make a living. I got to work. I can't. My knees are
And I'm
shot anyway.
I don't know that it'd go over well with public for three fat guys in their late 30s rolling into the skate.
Do you ever
palace.
see the TikTok?
Neighbor Doug skated, and Cab they skated at a birthday party that I was at. They're skaters. I mean, you can adults still skate. There's plenty of skaters.
I think
that,
it's fine if you're like invited there,
Well,
but to show up like on.
it's a public thing.
Yeah,
I
skate
guess I
palace.
just got in my. There's these really weird, this weird dude that show up at school skate nights. And
Wait, you had skate?
Skate, you guys going to skate night? Huh? Hey, you guys coming over to skate night? It's up here in Richmond. We're having skate night. Hey, Steve, you going to skate night? Huh? They're having skate night up here at the skate rink. It's Richmond skate night up here. Steve's coming. You coming? Huh? You guys want to go to skate night?
No, we never had skate night at the skate
You never had
palace.
school skates?
Huh?
You never had school skates?
We never had school
No.
skates at the skate
Damn.
palace. No. They had all night skate. They had like open skate. You could do birthday
Day parties. Yeah.
Now you can have like we've done birthday parties with the inflatables. Like I think they maybe have bought one or two. Even though I mean our friend at Jumping Jacks
Yeah.
is probably way better than that.
Oh, for sure.
But like they
Over
have
50 varieties of blow-ups.
We've
yeah.
done that before too, but I'm not skating. But what I'm saying is that cakes at that time of my life were traditional. So somewhere between then and now, the prevalence of ice cream cakes probably came.
So I would have had my first ice cream cake probably.
When did Dairy Queen create the first ice cream cake?
I'll look that right up for you. Do you have your Siri dictation turned into? I have it as an Australian woman.
No, the untold truth of Dairy Queen ice cream cake.
I never had one until we moved to Du Bois County, I guess.
Get out of here!
Never had one.
Wow, they're good.
Cake and ice cream, but not an ice cream
Right.
cake.
So here,
So that, I like that. I like
Did you ever make Siri call you a name that wasn't your name, like
Big Dick Daddy.
No.
No, I have not.
King Dong Smokestack?
what a mess.
King Dong Smokestack.
Yeah. I was drunk one night.
No way. I love every second of it.
It's good.
So, when did it come out?
Yeah, come on,
I'm
internet
working
man.
on it. I am.
So the thing is ice cream cake is so there is a strategical process to serve
strategical
ice cream cake. Like Casey said, you have to let that sumbitch sit out
for about a day.
yeah, like a turkey. You got to let that thing thaw out to where you could even dream about getting a knife in it. And then once you get a knife in it, you got to cut it right. Because then if you let it set
The
out,
70s is when they became popular.
I'll be damned. Well,
I just keep seeing where they
Casey
want.
took her a long way around that one.
He still ain't there.
But the thing is I think they're good because you want to know what I don't like about the ice cream cake?
Tell me.
After you have your party and you
Leftovers.
Yeah, the leftover ice cream cake.
Mm-hmm.
The God blessed box that it comes in.
Trash.
It's so junk that the lid don't ever get shut right. And then when you have to put it back, you have to go outside and put it in your deep freeze because it's so damn big you can't put it in your house freezer.
I don't like the icing. The frosting on them stains real bad.
Yeah.
And like you touch it and it's on you for 3 days.
It'll turn your teeth blue. Yeah.
So here's why I brought it up. Is because the in-law side, my wife, they just absolutely love it. And I just am not, like, I'll eat it,
Yeah.
but I am just not wild about it.
We get it every one of Justine's birthdays.
Jenna loves
I have
them.
not had a normal ice cream cake. Or excuse me, I have not had a normal ass birthday cake.
What about for your birthday?
No.
For your birthday, you don't even get one?
No, it's ice cream.
Buddy, we need to make him a
Jason
cake.
Beatles, one of my best buddies that I work with, my coworker Jason Beatles, hell of a baker. Single dad, hell of a baker. He's going to make somebody a really good wife.
You know why he's a hell of a baker?
Why?
Because that guy,
He's thrifty,
well, no, that doesn't make him a
Frugal.
good baker. He is,
tighter than bark on a tree.
well, but he's a clean freak.
Oh God,
Clean
yes.
freaks follow instructions like there's no tomorrow.
And they bake via the
very
box.
well. Yeah, oh yeah.
Very moist,
Everything is,
very moist cake.
and he's probably picked up some tips and tricks. He might throw a little pudding mix in there.
Sprinkle
Figure it out.
game on point. He's not shy with sprinkles.
So does he bring you guys like cookies
Yes.
and stuff when
No,
he?
not cookies, cakes. He's brought a cake several times, and they're good freaking cakes.
Why is he just baking cakes for you guys?
Well, why the hell not? Because he's good at it, and they're good, and he likes to eat cake.
Okay.
We went over to Ann and Brian's around Mother's Day.
Who?
Just friends of the show.
Oh, okay.
And they got I'm going to say this wrong. Like, I'm going to forget what it was called. I want to tell you it was called like a milk cake or something.
A milk cake.
Milk cake?
I think.
What about a
three?
dump cake?
No, that's.
Are you bringing Lainey Wilson back up again?
Tres leches?
Oh, yeah, those Anna and Brian. Yeah, you
Yeah,
said
yeah, yeah.
Aaron. I thought you said Aaron.
No.
Yeah, tres leches. My brother
There's a gal in Huntingburg that makes them.
My
though.
brother makes them too, and it's cream cheese and a whole bunch of shit, and it is slap your mother rich. Like it is
Because Tres Leches is sugar milk.
3 cheese.
3 milk.
Leches. I thought Leches
Leches
was like a
is milk.
sugar milk.
Well, leches is
Leche.
leche is milk, so it'd be 3 milk.
I think it might be more like cream though. In
Yeah.
this particular instance.
Yeah,
Anyway,
leche is also cream.
first time I'd had one of those, and I always thought I just wanted a traditional cake for birthday cake.
Oh,
in
God,
September,
yeah.
I might be asking for one of them Tres leches.
Hey,
Yeah.
can your birthday in September? Because you're going to be turning 40, right?
39 this year.
Oh, shoot.
We got it. We got a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can plan for that.
We already know what we're doing for the 40th, but we can't
Well-
talk about it.
On air or off air?
We can talk about it off.
Okay, because I was going to say I'd like to know just in case what plans I need to make.
Yeah.
Have any of you ever had like a cake where somebody jumps out of it? Would you want that?
I've been involved in something like that.
How'd that go?
I jumped out of a cake before.
There's a lot of jokes there that I'm just going to let be.
Why? It's a big ass cake.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
I'd hope so.
I don't remember who I did it for. I don't remember what I just vaguely remember it.
What's a fellow wear to jump out of a cake?
Well, nothing.
Oh.
Oh,
A salad bowl
Oh.
or something like that. I didn't jump out of a cake, dipshit. Can you imagine how big that freaking cake would be? No. Take a freaking semi to get it in there, or a forklift, or what other kind of jokes you got? What else you got? Tell me another one.
hey.
Tell me another one, funny man.
yeah.
We were talking about dying today, and that talking about
gear change.
talking about burying me, and they're like, "Man, you better hope it's not raining, because that freaking forklift would be buried like a son of a bitch in that freaking cemetery, getting your big ass in the ground."
You don't deserve that flag.
I'm getting buried in a John boat because it's going to be a big asshole.
Purchased from Port of Jasper.
And then, if it is rainy,
We'll just
winch it in there.
yeah,
It's
just
it's
float
boat.
right in.
float her in there.
We'll just down the hill. Yeah, so that's what I had. Just ice cream cake.
I
Wanna
love
talk
them.
about it.
I like them. Like I said, they they have different flavors of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We
the
just usually
last
do
the last one we just had was like a peanut butter
The Reese's
cup.
ones.
Yeah, the Reese's one. It
They
was
have
good.
like Heath ones. They have Oreo.
The
ones.
worst part about it is they don't put enough of the good stuff there.
No.
If you'd make
that
that,
crunchy nougat at the bottom.
you would make that good stuff
That
strip
good- that
about
good.
the good there about an extra like inch
Yeah.
instead of the quarter inch that it is.
Yeah. Give us a little bit more of that.
Completely
good.
different ball game.
All right, Smoke Dragon, what you got, brother?
Well, I was sitting there wondering this week because I've noticed I'm going through ground beef faster than I had last year.
Okay.
And got thinking about chickens and pigs and cows and how much I like to eat them and how it's weird that we eat those animals and not dogs and cats and pigeons. But then I got thinking,
Palomos.
you know, like goats. We've got them everywhere.
Chivas.
But I feel like knowing that we had a Great Depression and a Great Recession, I mean, a goat will eat anything.
Mm-hmm.
They don't run off too much. They just stay there. They're dumb. Nobody's going to get too attached to a goat. And I'm just not sure why we don't eat goats more.
We
I would
do.
argue with that point of contention that nobody cares about goats. I bet there's some
Not
people
as
that
much
really
as
love
dogs.
their
Have you ever
goats.
met Rick Clem?
I want to say
We
no,
have made
but
so many jokes about eating his goats, and every time we make those jokes, his
Gets teary-eyed.
His rebuttal is I'll kill your family.
Oh shit!
You don't mess with Rick Clem's goats.
Okay, well, we don't have to eat Rick's goats.
Yeah, but
I think goats. I think
Other countries eat goats a lot, and it just seems like
I think
they're
in the
small.
Hispanic
David. American people eat goats.
I've never had a goat.
There is one of the largest meat goat farms within 10 miles of where we're sitting right now.
Are you serious?
100%.
Have you eaten goat?
Yes.
Like you make goat burgers?
it's delicious.
No, it's more of a.
Like a lamb, darker meat.
It's gamey. Some would say it's stringy. Kind of. It's not like Venice. It's a cloven hoof animal, obviously, not like a bear, but it's got hooves.
Yeah, bears don't have.
They have paws, but it's kind of venison-y. But like Casey said, it's darker. It's a little gamier. Goat is,
you have to prepare it properly.
So when I here again, pipe dream. the woods at my house, on the east side of my house, west side of my
West
house.
side.
Put goats in there?
Yeah, like I wanted to do it, but the fence to put it up was just out of reach. Like it was too expensive. I couldn't
Well,
afford
you
to
know
do
what
that.
C-Mac did?
No.
Friend of the show. He had a similar situation. And
Tell me what he
built-
did when you're talking in the mic, though.
He did it more like a chicken tractor,
Oh, there we can hear you.
Yeah,
but a goat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a small pen. He moved him a little
you
bit.
ever heard of rotational? Like it's like rotational grazing.
Yeah, except
with-
instead of big old cattle panels, he just built a little pen. He could
alternating paddocks. Yeah,
he
you
could-
can move shit around.
pull it with a tractor, you know.
Right. So they're called Kiko goats. Kiko. And they are probably the toughest goat that you could buy.
To eat or just surviving?
No,
Okay.
to eat. They're a meat goat, but they thrive on negligence.
Yeah.
They have hybrid vigor. I've done a lot of research on these effing goats. But they're like, I think they're originally from New Zealand or something is where they came from.
Explains a lot.
Yeah. But they like the mothering of these goats, like when if a mother goat would have a batch of kids, like you don't have to worm them, you don't trim their hooves, you don't even have to feed them. Like they would find their own water. Like you would have to give them water.
That's what I think the goats
But-
would be good for because they'll eat any damn thing.
Exactly. They will eat anything within 4 feet off the ground, including the bark on the trees,
Yeah.
which is the troublesome part of it. But like hair sheep, they got it. Like there's a
Well, that's a
Katahdin-
sheep.
Well, it's the same thing. Like they're Katahdin sheep. Like every goat and every sheep that you see that goes to the fair, 95% of the time they are eaten after the fair.
Really?
That's just how it
Well, there's a large population in Du Bois County that
Well,
loves
Hispanics.
goats. Yes.
Hispanic, yeah, but you want to know something? My best friend in the whole wide world, other than you guys,
Yeah.
Cesar Cruz Lopez,
Yeah.
doesn't like goats. He doesn't like to eat it. He raised them when he was a kid,
Yeah.
didn't eat them. Just didn't like
goats
it.
would be a good sausage animal if the meat's a little gamey.
I don't know.
I think it's a slow roaster, right?
Yeah,
Will you find out how they cook them?
smoke them,
Oh.
Smoked goats,
grill them.
grilled goat.
When I lived in Huntingburg on 5th Street, there was a small house next door to us that a group of Hispanics owned. And I thought it was just an address because there was always, different new people coming in and out, if you catch my drift. One day, I came home from work at 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning on a weekend, like I was working nights. I came home, and there was a goat hanging from the tree that had been skinned.
Oh.
And then, like, later on that afternoon when I woke up, they were cooking the goat over a fire.
Oh.
And, like, I mean, that's a cool thing. I mean, yeah, people eat goats all the time, David. Okay. That's kind of the point that I'm driving.
I guess it kind of went along. So when I was thinking about what would happen in a plane crash and how would you try to survive there, then I got thinking about
Hopefully you would stumble on a herd of goats.
He was bringing his pet goat.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like to me a goat would be just the perfect size to not have to store it.
You just
'cause-
eat it all.
Yeah, or within a couple days before it'd go bad, right?
Have you ever seen a boar goat?
No. I mean, I'm sure I
They're
have.
as big as you.
Really?
Oh, yeah. American savannas, a big Kiko bull or boar, like a big billy, like a big male meat goat can be very big. I mean, it's a big animal.
Why do you know so much about goats?
he wanted
My
to get 'em.
grandpa raised them when we was kids. I've grew up goats my whole life, man. Pygmy goats,
So why don't we get
Nigerian
some goats out on
dwarfs.
1025?
because I
That's
can't
actually-
afford the fence. I just said that. Like, I would love to have goats.
What if we rent the goat herd to people wanting to do what you want to do?
Damn it, Dave.
I don't know. That'd be cool. It would be neat. But then we'd have to build a
I
fence.
think.
on
I think.
TikTok.
The bad
But then
thing
you pay for the
about
fence
goats
by
though
renting
is
them
them
out.
some bitches are like Houdinis.
Yeah.
They'll get out of anything.
Next thing you know, they're on the house with your kids reading a book in the summertime.
Yeah, or you're out there on the highway scraping one up and paying an insurance bill for some dude to hit one doing 80 mile an hour.
Well,
down
we
the
would
highway.
deny it was our goat.
Yeah, trespassing.
Prove that.
It was just a stray goat.
Yeah.
We're not going to brand them or ear tag them or nothing like that.
No.
It's just a goat.
No.
Well, so what we really need to do is we need to fence in the south side of 1025.
Or
Put-
shock collars.
Put our
Grandpa Marvin used to chain them to a cinder block and put them out in the yard.
it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, not chain them, a rope, not a chain, but like a.
Well, we can chain them. Yeah, that's okay.
Every one of our goats that when we were kids, they wore dog collars. So and then like that way we could tell which one was which. But they were all named Nanny, and they were all named Billy. Every one of them. Like Grandpa, how do you know that's Nanny? Look at her. Yeah, but what's that one's name? Nanny. Okay, I get it. You know what
It's
I mean?
easier that way.
Yeah.
I think we just fence it all in out there. We get some buffalo.
Best buddy Nobby,
Yeah.
his brother Jesse, Jet, big goat guy. Always had goats.
Really?
Him and Bobby Nobby when we were growing up, like they all had goats, and they lived right on one of the main highways around here. And you would not believe how many people stop by and try to buy old Chewy.
Oh.
Quite a few. And Chewy was a big goat. Big old. I don't remember what. Jesse could probably tell me what kind he was, but he was either like a Nigerian or he wasn't a boar. He made some kind of cross or whatever, but he was just a. So you got eating goats, you got milking goats, and you got pet goats.
And you got yoga goats.
My goats that
Yoga
when I
goats.
was a kid, our goats were the pet kind.
Oh.
Like they weren't. You couldn't eat them. I mean, you could.
Those
but-
screaming goats crack me.
Oh, like that. But ours were the pygmies and the little guy.
Where they faint.
No, those are
Fainting goats.
myotonics. Ricky's got some of those. Larry,
You know what that is.
Larry and Curly.
You know why they do that?
Tell me.
Defense mechanism.
Yeah. Well, for the herd. So when something exciting happens, that's when they faint. And so, however God designed that bad boy,
Yeah.
that's how it is. It would
Yeah.
be to protect the herd.
Yeah.
So you would, back in the olden days, herders would have a few mixed in with
We
their flock.
had one when we were a kid, and that son of a bitch got it. So Grandpa always had a horse or a pony. Sonny, we all kind of like Grandpa we always had a lot of cool shit when we were kids, chickens and all kinds of stuff. And one of the goats,
You know, that explains a lot about you.
why?
Because you really collect a lot of shit there on that other side of 1025.
Yeah, the goats.
Dave, are you okay?
Uh-oh. Baker's dozen. They would always the goat would get on the back of the pony. And then the one time the goat got on the back of the pony and the pony didn't like it, and then the pony kind of spooked a little bit, and then the goat fainted and fell clean on the floor.
Oh, shoot.
It was awful. But yeah, people eat goat. They eat a lot of goat. You can get, I think there's a restaurant in Owensboro that's kind of like a barbecue spot that they used to have mutton, which
You're
is
talking
sheep.
about
They had mutton on their hot bar.
mutton, and you're thinking of Moonlight Barbecue.
Yes.
Oh, you just didn't want to say their name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Free ad for them.
I don't. Yeah.
Mutton's big down there
Yeah.
in Kentucky.
What's your problem?
He's too much goat.
You smell like dead goat. Oh, he's gonna puke now.
If you puked, we're not editing this out. We're not editing this out.
Bloody hell, that's eggy.
We're not editing.
I got a scratchy throat.
a lot of jokes there.
Yeah, a lot of jokes there.
I'm not completely sure I didn't swallow a bug, maybe.
Okay, well, now that Dave's gonna die,
Survived the sushi.
yeah,
But you're
but
gonna
the damn
die.
cough that
Probably a sesame seed.
yeah.
As we get through Dave's coughing, it is that time
Here we go
for everybody's favorite segment, the Merkley and Sons Choice Cuts Questions of the Week for the fellas, sponsored by Merkley and Sons. Guess what, Mace?
Tell me,
The ultimate destination for meat enthusiasts. By now, we are all familiar with the Glizzy machine. Smoke has had to up his cholesterol medicine. Big Mace is tampering with the scale, and, well, hell, I'm trying to figure out how to keep my blood pressure at a respectable level. But we have a Glizzy machine, and why not use that sucker?
that's right.
What has been going on the Glizzy machine is Merkley and Sons' variety of dogs and brats. We have had the all beef dogs, the jumbo skinless dogs, and the normal skinless dogs. The brats, well, Merkley's has about 4 or 5 varieties of brats.
And they're all good.
But I think our favorite was the Philly steak brats we had last week. Stop in today, get a pack. It's an easy dinner night and will certainly be fan favorites. Smoke's trying to cough up that dog. He's got that dog in him.
Woof, woof.
Woof, woof. So I kind of debated where to go. We've got some long ones here today. Some questions. Figured it might be good to have a long segment from Miss Jennifer Hassenauer.
Oh.
So Jen sent in, unlimited alcohol for life or unlimited glizzies for life?
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Are you for sure about that?
Yeah.
Talking to the mic.
Alcohol.
Don't cough into it. I think I'm going to go glizzies because if we can rotate those brats for Merkley's, like that's a pretty good
life?
selection. You really want unlimited booze for life?
I feel like that's a better trading thing than glizzies.
What do you think kills you faster, the alcohol or the glizzies?
Ooh, I don't know.
Trade them.
Huh?
You'll barter alcohol better than you would glizzies.
Will you join us back here at the table or what? Are you going to be all right?
Sorry, I'm trying. I got something going on here.
If you had to pick only one to save, oh shit, this turns dark. Would it be your wife or your kids?
What?
Yeah, that's the question. I don't write them, I just read them. If you had to choose one to save.
Situational. That's terrible.
Terrible. What you got?
My kids, because
Yeah,
my
we're going
wife,
after- we're going
my
after
wife would
kids.
not. My wife would be super pissed if I saved her, not the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think kids for me because my wife would figure out how to swim.
that's right.
She knows how to swim, so it'd be okay.
They didn't say drowning.
Well, I'm going with the most relevant situation that it would be. If you had to pick one person to make all of your decisions for the rest of your life, who would it be and why?
David Allen Smoker.
Oh, wow, that's a big vote of confidence.
Yeah, thanks.
Who would you pick, buddy?
To make all my decisions, Wyatt.
He's got a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got a good head on it.
for
Yeah,
sure.
Good head on his shoulders. This is a tough one.
I don't know. I wouldn't. There's not a chance in hell that David Allen Smoker would make all the decisions for me. I would be dead in a week.
Well, so who would it be?
I don't know.
What do you mean you'd be dead in a week? I'm still here.
Barely. Good God. I think you're about ready to stroke out now.
I don't know. There's some bug or something.
Your hymen's getting inflamed. That's what it is.
Hey, maybe you and Morgan Whalen could get together.
Last night we let the liquor talk.
Shout out Nat Brat.
Who would I
Huge
let
fan.
control my decision making? I don't know. My brother, I guess. My brother. Like if I would become a vegetable and my wife left me and my kids aren't old enough to be competent, I guess my brother. I don't know.
So why not? Like, I guess I want to know a little bit deeper. Why not like your wife, Smoke?
Because she's got to worry about them damn kids.
Well, it's when I guess I just assumed if somebody has to make my decisions for me, it's because I'm old. Like need a legal power of attorney. So she'd probably need it too, and then Wyatt just got picked because he's the oldest.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess because it says the rest of your life. So if it was this point going forward, I truly believe Janelle would have the best interest for me. But I think my dad, too. I think Dad wouldn't let anything happen to me. When was the turning point in your life when you realized that your parents were pretty much always right?
I'm trying to think of when that would have been. Always right.
I was going to wonder
got?
if you got that just for you. I was like, he just got up and got himself a bottle of water. Old Smoke's over here coughing up a lung. I was like, that's cold.
I don't know, man. My parents have always been right forever. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Early, way young. I don't know. Young.
Yeah, I think I just assumed that was the case, I suppose.
When they told me that, when they told me not to blink because my kids would grow up fast,
Yeah.
that's true. Like they've always been. Yeah, they're my parents. They're smart.
I would say that I probably took heed of the advice and counsel as I aged, probably through college, and then when I got to law school. It probably was the biggest point where that was tougher in the long run. But I would say, always knew they were right. Mom was very well-grounded in things, wasn't quick to make rash decisions. And my father had lived a lot of life experience there. So I think I trusted from the early get-go because of those life experiences that I knew they had. So I'd say, high school was probably about right, but probably more so when I got into the late stages of college and law school, and probably that trip up to Michigan when they left and I was getting ready to embark on something where I had no clue what I was doing. I would say probably there's a good starting point.
Yeah.
What is a piece of advice or a saying that you learned from your parents that you are now passing on to your children? For example, life isn't fair. Get used to it.
Well, that's one that'll live the test of time, I guess, But then now there's a modified one. It's like you get what you get and don't throw a fit and all that shit, But I don't know. You got two choices: stay mad, get over it, or stay mad or get over it. I don't know. I don't know, man. All kinds of little things like that my mom used to say.
I can't think of any single one.
I can't either. Not really. I'm drawing a blank.
I think the one piece of advice or saying, anytime I would call home or something that was going on, the first question would be, well, did you give your best effort? And then based on that was the follow-up. Because you knew if you didn't give your best effort, you had nothing to be bitching about. Yeah. So I think that was for me.
Yeah, no, not really.
I think that was for me because they would, I'd call and want to gripe about something. I'm like, well, did you study? Did you prepare? Did you work hard? And then it was like, well, no, I drank Busch Light and played beer pong and didn't get to bed till 3 a.m. Like those, I think that some of that accountability.
I'll be damn.
Yeah. Who would guess? If you knew that you were going to lose your sight in 3 months, what is the top person, place, or thing you would want to see before your eyesight is gone?
Oh, God.
Deep.
We already covered this.
I just watch my kids.
Yeah.
I think that's what it'd be too. Like when we head down to that swamp, like that's a memory never hope you lose.
Yeah.
So that would probably be. What car would you turn into if you were a transformer?
What the hell?
An El Camino.
More like a coughing Camino.
I am Optimus Prime. I would probably turn into
roll out.
some sort of
D9.
the 11 bulldozer. No, I don't know, man. A Tanya Tahoe. That's what I would turn into.
I think it kind of almost like the movie Cars.
Tomater.
Like, probably like a truck. I think I'd turn into a truck. That's where I would be at. If you could be a dinosaur, which one would you be? I love it.
A Stegosaurus. I got them plates on my head.
Oh, my. Smoke?
Well, what are them turtly-looking little bastards?
That's Stegosaurus.
No. Well, a Stegosaurus never existed.
Stegosaurus.
Stegosaurus has the plates, but there's little turtly bastards that had little, like, thumper tails.
Yeah, like it looked like a mace.
Yeah. Whatever those are called.
I think I'd want to be a, what's the flying one?
A pterodactyl?
Yeah.
Because it's got a P in it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't want to be a pterodactyl.
because you want a little pee in you.
No. No, because when the kids, like when Zoe was younger, like she'd run, like the kids all like squawked, and Janelle and I would joke that they're pterodactyls. But I think if you could fly as a dinosaur, probably pretty
Armored
safe.
dinosaurs.
Is that really what you Googled?
Here it is. Dave.
Ankylosaurus.
That's what I was gonna say. Here it is. What's that called? Yeah, I'll give you $100. You can call that.
Good. All right. Love what you guys
Those
do.
are good ones.
I start every Friday with you. Keep it up. Thanks, Jen, for your questions. Some pretty deep ones there, fellas.
Yeah.
And may get in trouble there depending on who's listening and who you decided to save.
Yeah, who you let die?
It is now time for the Let the Dutchman Be Your DJ. As we kind of get here to the end of the summer, we will probably move on to soup recipes and crockpot
I
recipes.
can't wait for that.
I think maybe what we'll do is we'll probably let it be one person's week to pick one, and they can come present their crockpot or soup recipe to the group. I think that'd be good. You know, we'd put the recipe in the comments or down below, wherever it may go. But
Are we really doing that? Because I only know like 2 soups.
You really?
Yeah, buddy, it's called Google. You can pretend your way through anything.
Okay.
All right, that boy. So now it is time for the Let the Dutchman Be Your DJ. Big Mace, what you got?
First off, I'm going with a little vibey type music this week, just because I was kind of in a down mood today.
Yeah, you
just
talked about
kinda, just kind of in an easy listening mood. My first song is going to be by Incubus, and it's going to be "Wish You Were Here." That's a good.
Have they done any new music in a while?
Not for a while, no, I don't think so. The next one, a little
Do
bit,
they even tour anymore?
a little upbeat, little upper beat. 311, Beautiful Disaster. And then, last but not least, is something that I guarantee you Casey's probably never heard. David, I know you've heard this, but it's by a band with a controversial name, a band by the name of the Butthole Surfers, and the song and title is Pepper. I was listening to that the other day. It came across my playlist when I was mowing the soccer field last Friday, and I hadn't heard that forever. Yeah, they were rolling down an avalanche, coming down the mountain.
I don't
Find the sun sometimes, innocence improve. I can smell it on your skin and wear it in your shoes. Yeah, it's a good one.
Smell it in your clothes, I think.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds terrible.
All right, Dave, what do you
Go
got?
ahead.
First one up here is going to be Playboys of the Southwestern World by Blake Shelton.
Are you really a Blake Shelton guy? Old Blake Shelton?
Yeah.
Okay.
me too.
Yeah.
Like voice Blake Shelton, you're out?
He just hadn't done that much lately, like Old Red, Austin.
Oh,
back in the
Red.
day.
Austin's a great song.
Then we're going to I Ain't Got It All That Bad by Montgomery Gentry, featuring Hank Williams Jr. Mm-hmm. And then Crazy Eddie's Last Hurrah by a group called Reckless Kelly.
Sounds
That's a good
really
one.
like a great song. Heavy Eyes by Mr. Zach Bryan. Green River by Creedence Clearwater Revival. And Tomorrow's Gonna Be a Bright Day by Jim Croce for me.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Heck of a
good
list.
some good, easy listening there. We'll get them added on there. Keep enjoying, keep listening. I think it's up to 75 hours or something crazy.
That's a lot.
I don't know what it is, but
75 hours?
I don't know. I was speculating
Good
to that.
grief.
Great hoogly moogly. You see the size of that playlist?
Look at the fun bags on that warlock.
Here we go, boys. It is time. Don't be upset that it's over. Be glad that it happened. It is the last pass brought to you by our friends at Hopf Outdoor Power. Mace,
Yeah, buddy.
you have a Polaris side by side,
Yep.
and I'm jealous of it.
I know.
Smoke probably is too.
Yeah.
You've got an awesome 6-seater that you move up and down on our county road, just showing it off. But have you guys checked out Hopf Outdoor Power's Facebook page lately?
I have.
If you haven't, let me tell you that they just shared some of the best possible news. The new Polaris Ranger Extreme Duty has dropped. And fellas, they look amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Those things are unreal. It is like a side-by-side on steroids. I can only hope that Hopf Outdoor Power lands one on their showroom floor that maybe we get to take a look at.
Oh, my.
You know, side-by-side responsibly, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they just let us borrow it for a
I
while.
think they'd set us up with one for that Strassen Fest last weekend just so we could get around. And
Yeah, not have to, yeah. If you're not interested in the Ranger Extreme Duty, that's okay. That's okay. There's plenty of side-by-sides for everybody at Hopf Outdoor Power. There is a lot of showroom floor with 2-passenger all the way up to the 6-passenger options. If you don't want the workhorse, get you the sporty side-by-side if that's what you're looking for. You know, you can just choose what you want, Smoke.
Yeah.
Go see the fellas today. Pick you out a side-by-side that you like. And the neighborhood is for sure going to be envious. Those new Ranger Extreme Duties look good.
That's right.
Look good. Big fella, we got?
Well, it's August.
It is. Confirmed.
July flew through. Crazy how fast time's going.
Hey, what did I tell you?
Yeah.
When it hits Memorial Day, summer's over.
That's right. Summer's never long enough. Ambulance going down the road there.
Not coming here, buddy. Got a warning system.
They heard Smoke coughing.
But so like I said, summer's about over. School starts next week.
No, they've been into school.
Oh yeah, that is right. When this comes out, school's already started. Good luck to everybody getting started. Southridge Raider football is getting ready to kick off. It's an exciting time. Squirrel season is almost here. That means that's just one step closer to deer season.
Orange Hat Brigade.
Duck season and my favorite time of year. But with that being said, appreciate all the kind words. Look us up. Stay posted. Stay tuned for continuing education, continuing information on the barbecue competition. We only have room for 20 teams. So as soon as we launch the page to get signed up, you're going to have to get signed up quick.
Yeah,
so if you're listening to this, hopefully you're already signed up.
And on that note, don't private message or we'll post it where it is.
Yes.
We are not going to make any decisions and say,
no.
Oh, well, we got to reserve a spot for so and so.
No, it has to. You have to go online. The first 20, get it in, and we'll just
listen. If there's more than 20 that sign up, maybe next year we just grow it a little bit bigger.
That's right. We'll just have to find more room.
We'll figure it out.
That's the only amount of room that we got for it this year.
Yeah.
But anyway, other than that, guys, I'm excited for this weekend. Well, last weekend if you're listening to this, but we're going to be out and about, out in the public, and I can't believe we're doing it, and I'm having a blast doing it. And we wouldn't be anything without you guys. So thank you. Keep listening, like, share, subscribe, smash that follow button. Smoke Dragon, what you got?
Well, we got
He's got a cough, is what he's got.
Got a cough. Don't know what's going on there yet, but we'll figure it out. So, oldest boy
Yep.
started high school this week. Middle boy started middle school this week.
Youngest boy,
Started
kindergarten.
kindergarten this week.
That's a milestone, Dave.
And woke up this morning, went to work, got ready for work, and little one was still somewhere in the night snuck in there between mom and dad, and slept there. I'm like, daggone, just about over with this.
I know, man.
Like it's
almost
the other
over.
boys and we're going, you two all get the hell out of the bed, and now I'm like, gosh dang, now they're all growing up and moving on. So I guess just treasure the time. And all that
That's good.
horse shit, because it goes by quick.
Yeah.
All
And
that
next
horse
thing
All that
you know,
happy horse shit.
All that happy.
That's
horse
serious. Everybody always says it. Oh, it flies by. You won't know where it went. And daggone, I got a kid down there. It's probably gonna be shaving soon. He's been working out. I'm gonna have to throw him down the stairs soon just to remind him who he is.
That's right. Where he come from.
The middle ones, he'll be there before too long. And a little, I don't know.
That's crazy, Bob.
It's wild.
It's part of it.
I told Ryan the other day, he's 3. I said, you'll never be big enough to take down the old man. Janelle goes, what happens if he turns into this 6'5" monster broad as a house like you? And I'm like, well, first off, dear, I'm not 6'5". But if that some bitch turns out to be 6'5", I hope in between, when he steps between either the ball court lines or the white lines on a baseball field
When
or
he
a
enters
football
the,
field.
when he enters the transfer portal from LSU and goes over to Auburn.
Yeah, wherever he's going to go. I just hope I can go on them college visits.
Yeah, roll tide.
Anyways, here's what I'm going to say. To all of our teacher friends that listen and watch this show, I hate that you had to go back to work.
Yeah,
Okay.
buckle up. It's about time.
I hate you had to go back to work. It is, really a shame the last 2 months that you had off. Just know that fall break is only about 9 weeks away, and you'll have a full week off there. And then guess what? When you get back in October, December's right around the corner where you'll have 2 weeks off. And then when you have those 2 weeks off, guess what? You just have to go about another.
We're not making any friends on this one.
I love it. I say that in jest, but I also say it kind of tongue in cheek because welcome back to work. Hopefully you're going to have a great school year.
That's right.
But
It's for the kids.
just want to say I'm excited with our eldest starting kindergarten. Played golf with the guy the other day that was like, we're getting ready to take our youngest to college, and I'm like, I'm on the complete opposite end of that spectrum. And he just said, kind of smoke like what you said, just enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
This will be
enjoy
the
it.
last year for me to have all 3 kids at Holland Elementary.
Yeah. Which, by the way, one of my final thoughts too is, Mace, if your kids don't protect that little girl that's a neighbor, there's going to be issues.
No, dude.
I expect there to be some supervision.
There'll be a blanket.
Okay. I expect there to be a little supervision.
She'll be under the cloak of trust.
Yeah, there we go. So
Yeah.
I say that in jest to the teachers, but it's kind of like I can remember our May episode when school got over, and you got kind of talk about those like, we went to preschool graduation.
Oh, yeah.
And here we're moving on to the next. It's been a great summer full of golf.
Kindergarten roundup.
Yeah, it's been great, and it has been fun. And, what we just did this past weekend is unreal. Getting out, shaking hands, kissing babies. Hopefully we can do some more of that as schedule allows.
Right.
But we appreciate everybody's support. A couple things we want to get to yet before we go. The first, our friends at the Holland Legion Riders, who we were with this past weekend, will be in a Toys for Tots poker run on Sunday, September 24th, 2023. Registration 9 to 10:45 a.m. Kickstands up at 11. $15 per person. Begins at the old Eagles in Huntingburg.
That's right.
They'll have biscuits and gravy and sandwiches available.
Oh, my.
And it'll end at the Holland Legion.
I might not even ride. I might just go up there for the B's and G's.
Yeah, but all vehicles welcome. We've got it right here. Toys for
Tahoe.
You guys want to ride in the Tahoe? Huh? I'm in. Yeah.
But Toys for Tots, great organization. We'll post it and share it out. Helps those kids underprivileged. Maybe helps to get them something for Christmas they may not otherwise get.
That's right.
But our friends there, Holland Legion Riders, Marine Corps League has been a big, I think, national sponsor with Toys for Tots.
Right.
So there's that. And then, shout out to our buddy Cord O'Brien, Mingy Beef Jerky, the snacks he drops off here. He just dropped off a bunch. We hadn't seen him in a while.
Bon appetit.
We began to wonder, but he's been back. So if
right.
you see a Mingy Beef Jerky stand, bags of it, buy it. It's great. It's delicious. You see some Bon Appetit snacks.
Yeah.
Buy it. Support the organization. Cord drops off a lot of stuff for us. Good friend of the program, and we appreciate it. So with that, we'll see you next time.
Dutchman out.